Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Settle for More podcast. I am Nicole Wright, your host, and I created this space for the woman who is desiring and who is ready to walk out on her fears, step into her dreams, and own her power by shifting her mindset from feeling not enough to becoming more than enough, creating a purposeful and fabulous life whilst settling for more. So, this is our fourth episode, and welcome. So, I wanted to share an experience I had with you last Friday, which led me thinking how much we sometimes fall off course or fall off track based on things that we know we should do theoretically. But when it comes to demonstrating the practical aspect of it, we sometimes fall short. And it's okay, we're humans, as long as we're able to recognize that we have fallen off track and that we need to really pick ourselves up and get back on track. So I fell off on Friday and I woke up on Saturday thinking, girl, what went wrong? What were you thinking? What really happened? And I know exactly what happened. The minute it happened, I knew what was happening. But I feel as though I had gone too far in to make a comeback. And so I promised to myself that if ever that opportunity should represent itself, I decided exactly how I wanted to handle it. So here is my story. On Friday night, I went out to dinner with a group of girls that I was meeting for the first time. So, one of the things I wanted to do in 2018 was to expand my social circle. And so I signed up for meetups. And so, whenever there's an event that I feel I could benefit from, whether it be socially or professionally, I show up. And so on Friday night, I got dressed. I even thought carefully how I wanted to show up. I didn't want to seem over the top, so I didn't want to overdress or I didn't want to dress too sexy. So if you follow me on any of my social media platforms, you will know that my go-to outfit during the summertime happens to be shorts, like short shorts and high heels. I find that super sexy for me. That works for me. So whether it be a shorts and an oversized top or a romper, but once something is short and I can really show off my legs in my high heels, that's my go-to outfit during the summertime. However, on Friday night, I decided, you know what? I don't want to show up too sexy or a little bit too much for these ladies who have never met me. So I decided to wear the classic outfit, which is a nice straight jeans and white button downs. Okay. So can you see where this is going? I'm not showing up how I would normally show up because I wanted to fit into this group of women that I was meeting for the first time. So I went out to dinner. I showed up, and we're having a great time. We're having great conversation, and of course, you know that the subject's gonna come up or the question's gonna come up. What do you do? And so people were saying, "Oh, one girl said she worked with an import export company for cars. Another lady mentioned she was a project manager, and people were just talking what they did." And one of the ladies who apparently follows me on social media, yay me, said, "Oh my God, Nicole is amazing." Before I could even say what it is I do, she said, "Nicole is amazing. She does the most inspirational videos. You should really check her out, really follow her on Facebook. I found her very inspirational, very empowering." And she was going on and on. And so one of the girls said, "Oh my God, what do you do?" And this is your life coach's response. The woman who is pushing for women to show up authentically, boldly, fearlessly, and just be exactly who you see. Give yourselves permission to do that. I whispered across the table, "Oh, I'm just a facilitator." And the moment passed. I got up on Saturday morning. I'm like, what was that, Nicole? Where was your snap? How is it you are showing up at this event and talking about you're just a facilitator? They don't even know what that is. Never mind the fact that you've been training and coaching for over 10 years. Never mind the fact that you are a certified life coach. Never mind the fact that you deliver leadership trainings every single month. Forget the fact that you went into an organization on a 1 year contract and after 6 months you were hired. Forget the fact that people are singing you praises, every single training that you do, how amazing you were. Forget the fact that you had the courage to step out and to be empowering other women to do the same, where you use some very unfavorable experiences to turn that into some significant opportunities for yourself. Forget the fact, Nicole, that you're a published author. Just forget all that and just whisper. Just whisper across the table that you're just a facilitator. Forget the fact, Nicole, that you have an innate ability to connect with people and to help them own their power and have a mindset of feeling more than enough, shifting from feeling inadequate. Forget the fact, Nicole, that you have helped hundreds of women turn their lives around. Forget all that and just be a facilitator. What is that? And so I got up. I was so angry. I'm like, what happened to you on Saturday? And it reminded me of a saying that we have. So in Jamaica, when I was growing up in Jamaica, things probably have changed. I'm not quite sure. So if you are Jamaicans and things are Jamaican and things uh have changed, well, please forgive me. But when I was growing up in Jamaica, we had to stand for the bus. So the buses didn't run on schedule. And whilst you're at the bus stop, you had dozens of individuals waiting to get into this already packed bus. When the bus stopped, the conductor would say, "Get in at the bus, baby, and small up yourself." And so we would all small up ourselves, like squeezing. I don't know how we did it looking back, but everybody at that bus stop would fit into that bus just so we could get to our destination. And it made me think about how we carry on in life, how we small up ourselves just so we can fit in, how we play small just so we can fit in. So forget the fact that you probably don't even belong in this space. It's just like doing a puzzle, right? So when you're doing puzzle and putting the pieces together, you may have several pieces that will fit into a space, but they don't necessarily belong. And we often play small just so we can fit in. Forget the fact that we're uncomfortable. Forget the fact that we don't belong. Forget the fact that we play so small that people don't even know who we are, what we do. Forget the fact that we start dancing to the beat of other people's drums. Forget the fact that we become human pretzels, right? So we're always bending and contorting ourselves just to fit into a space because we want to be loved, we want to be liked. And at the end of the day, we're not fulfilled. At the end of the day, we're not living by our values. At the end of the day, we're not giving ourselves permission to be exactly who we see. Now, the danger with dancing to the beat of someone else's drum is that we spend so much time perfecting this move, perfecting the rhythm of someone else's drum, that if they decide to change the beat of the drum, we're in so much trouble because we've not rehearsed this, right? And think about it this way. So you're always changing for individuals, and people will change your opinions about you. People will change your minds about you. People will change your perception about you. And the danger with that is that if you're not being who you are, it can cause a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. It can even cause us from prevents us from moving up in the rank professionally, right? It can cause us to lose out from connecting with people in an authentic manner. So we play small to fit in, right? Forget about belonging, and this is where you actually find joy. When you're really in a space where you truly belong is where you find joy. So we're putting our happiness on hold because we want to fit in. We shrug off our accomplishments and our abilities. We back away from crucial confrontations. And confrontations or conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? There are so many different things we can learn from being in conflict or from being in confrontation. We hesitate to ask for what we truly need or what we truly deserve. We often sound less mature or less capable than we really are because we're really trying to make other people feel comfortable. We tend to exhibit body language that really diminish our authority. And so I am hoping that you're listening to this podcast and you're thinking about times when you have played small just so you can fit in. When you have played small just because you want people to like you, right? We don't we shy away from talking about things that we do well, talking about things that we're passionate about, talking about the impact that we make. If you're running a business and if you're on social media, you think so hard about making a post that is really true, about doing something that is really authentic, that will really show people who you are. And we sit around and we wait on individuals to give us permission to show up the way that you wanted to show up in this world. So I'm hoping that you're really examining, when have I done that and how has that made me feel? Because playing small usually means that we're dismissing what we truly want in life in order to maintain a present moment illusion of security, acceptance, or control. So I did that on Friday night. I'm like, I don't want to start saying things that I've done. I don't want to do my snap, and my snap for me is, in an instant, what do you do? And all I had to say was, through my training and leadership development and coaching sessions, I help people shift from feeling of inadequate, and I help them to become more than enough so that they can release their brilliance in life, in work, and in business. That's what 30 seconds. That's all I should have said, could have said, and will be saying the next time someone asks me what it is I do. And so, in contrast, though, playing big, meaning that we're willing to experience short term discomfort, risk, and uncertainty in the service of what we truly want. We begin to feel alive, we experience greater love and connection with others when we feel this deep sense of peace and when we live with greater freedom. Playing small means that our actions are motivated by fear, motivated by insecurities, motivated by low self worth, whether it be long term or in the moment, and that we're acting in an impulsive manner because, or a reactive manner, because we're deciding that, you know what, right now in this moment, I don't want to play small. I don't want individuals to feel uncomfortable. Playing big, however, means that our actions are motivated by what brings us true fulfillment and deep satisfaction. It is slower, it is focused, and it is more deliberate. So it's something that we really have to be intentional about. So, whether we play big or small has nothing to do with the size of our accomplishment or with external objective measurement. It means more about the underlying beliefs and assumption that are driving our actions. So on Friday night, my belief was that I will make these other women feel uncomfortable, and I assumed that nobody cared about what I did, right? What I should have done was to commit to the experience of knowing that I make a difference in the lives of people when I am intentional about it, that I could have used that opportunity to help shift someone around the table who was probably suffering from feelings of inadequacies, right? So I robbed those ladies of the opportunity to use my service, whether it be in the moment or at a later date. So we often tend to do that, and because we don't plan, or because we don't have a vision of really showing up all day every day. And so, what I want us to do is to commit more to the experiences that we want most in life, to feel free, to feel alive, to feel loved, to feel connected, and to have peace of mind, and to really just step out there and be exactly who we see. Now, this podcast is going to be short because I talk about this all the time, but I really wanted to share this with you. And so, oftentimes, we play small because we believe that we're responsible for the happiness or for others feeling comfortable. And if we're good people intentionally, and if we do the right thing, then the universe will take care of our happiness and the happiness of other people. So it's not our responsibility to make other people feel happy or feel uncomfortable. It is our responsibility to constantly seek out our own happiness and our own way of feeling comfortable. And so when we tend to go around believing that we're responsible for other people, what we're doing is we're handing over our power to them. And so we're walking around with this feeling of powerlessness or victim mentality. We need to be able to identify the drama that we're creating by not being our true selves, right? The level of anxiety that we're feeling by not identifying where we're adding value. And we tell ourselves a lot of these stories that we're responsible for other people's success. We're responsible for other people feeling as though, you know what, we are responsible for their happiness. And we dim our lights, right? Not realizing that the brighter you shine your light, you're giving other individuals behind you an opportunity to be able to see what is great in them and what is good in them. It is my hope, right, that you will start by deciding that you're going to be choosing courage over comfort. You're going to be brave enough and bold enough to really show up as you are, right? And stop playing small just so other people can feel comfortable. Remember, the minute you switch your own rhythm, the minute you start allowing people to feel as though they have the remote control and they can change your channel, or they can push your buttons at any time, and you show up the way that they want you to show up, is the minute that you have decided that you are giving them total control and total power over you. Which reminds me of this poem by Jean Wilson that says, "No more smalling up of me." So no more meekly saying yes when my heart is screaming no. No more taming of my feelings so my power won't show. No more hiding my exuberance from disapproving eyes. No more watering down myself so my spirit won't rise. No more, absolutely no more smalling up of me, pretending I am not here. No more running from the music and the spotlight's glare. No more living in this prison barricaded by my fears. No more turning and retreating in the face of new frontiers. Even as I am speaking, I am taking shape and form, harnessing my power like gathering a storm. There are no obstacles so bold as dare to stand in my way. I am taking back my life, and I am doing that today. So, my gems, I am hoping that the next time you get the opportunity to play big, to be the person that God has created you to be, an amazing soul with unlimited potential. I am hoping that the next time an opportunity presents itself for you to showcase what you do, for you to share what you do, for you to really take the time to know how it is you're adding value, the next time that opportunity presents itself, I am hoping that you will learn from the experience I had at my meetup on Friday, and that you will really, authentically, passionately, with fire and exuberance, share how you're adding value, and stop waiting on other people to give you permission to show up exactly how you see yourself. Know that you are needed. Know that you're necessary. Know that there is just one of you, and nobody can do what you do like you do, because guess what? They're not you. I want you to realize, recognize, and understand that perfection is an illusion. Show up just as you are, perfect with all of your imperfections, knowing that you don't need validation, you don't need confirmation, you don't need permission or definition from anyone. Get out and be exactly who you see. And I want to encourage you to do that with poise, with grace, with passion, with flair, because just as you are, my gem, you are perfect with all your imperfections. Settle for more. Bye for now.